tafuta peke yangu. So you see, we are very important. Pana Commissioner, let me thank you with your, let me recognize the chiefs who are with us. And single word, we have a very important chief. Chiefs wetu wanafanya kazi mzuri sana. Can we clap for them? Kuanzia Mugango mahali mimi natoka mpaka hapa single wetu, we are doing a lot of work. Mheshimiwa Shaikei, welcome so much. Na namwange msikisa njenge tunoti. Na namwacho mbaga. Piga hapa Kabungut amacha sa Moses ke. Kai tero gondo irai ni. Ako
Mwenyezi Mungu aibariki Kenya yangu, kwa jina la Baba na la Mwana Roho Mtakatifu, amina. Kwa jina la Baba na la Mwana Roho Mtakatifu, amina. Ewe Kenya inji yangu, ewe Kenya baba yangu, ewe Kenya mama yangu, sitakuacha milele. Nguvu zangu nimeziweka mbele yako, bibi yangu na watoto nimewaweka mbele yako. Tabu zangu shida zangu ziangalie Kenya yangu, tabu zangu shida zangu ziangalie Kenya yangu. Ewe Kenya inji yangu, ewe Kenya baba yangu, ewe Kenya mama yangu, sitakuacha milele. Matajiri masikini sisi zote binadamu. Matajiri masikini sisi zote binadamu. Tusahau majivuno na tuache kupayuka. Tusahau majivuno na tuache kupayuka. Utajiri majivuno siyo tikiti ya mbinguni. Utajiri majivuno.
Hawa mashujaa wetu wa majani chai wa kulima, ningependa kuomba kwa unyenyekevu kisome kwa mingine take Your Excellency gele market nigiwe Olimbairan
ichengi temik chebo chaik kesome gele tai sector ichengwet market nebo chaik en emotinwek chebo inje. Ana olele ne tamu mie muguleldo en governor negitinye ako mondo siasa kap chai kemoe kesom kele chengwet market nebo direct sale nebo kap chai ko kondoik alak cheyoe siasa ngalekab kapchaini tumekataa na tunataka market ya direct kwenda outside the country. Otherwise, thank you so much. Anege gurenon Kipngen Arab Kirui Arwet MCA nebo Ulimbondarawet. Asante sana.
Asante mheshimiwa, ningependa pia kuchukua fursa hii nikaribishe mwenzangu kutoka Chesoen ambaye pia ni deputy speaker wetu wa County Assembly ya Bomet, Mheshimiwa Leonard Rotich. Karibu mheshimiwa.
Okay, asante sana mheshimiwa governor, commissioner, Kilel, and all protocol observed. Wacha nichukue nafasi hii ya kwanza kabisa nishukuru Mwenyezi Mungu kwa sababu ametuwezesha sisi wote tukue hapa siku ya leo kwa kusherehekea Mashujaa Day. Nimefurahi sana kwa sababu tumepata wageni kutoka Bomet Central wote, Bomet County wote wakichumuika hapa. na nimeshukuru sana, akiongozwa na Mheshimiwa Governor na Commissioner wa Bomet County. Wananchi nadhani wamefurahi sana kwa sababu hii ni siku ya kwanza, pengine imekuwa zamani sana wakiona wageni kama hao. So tumeshukuru sana. Aweche kongoi mising emberut ab raini akamache ale onge celebrate Mashujaa Day echek tugul akibwat Mashujaa chechok chekiyai boisiet okot en wakati nekibo nametab bounatet en emenyon. Kingen echek tugul sigikyok, grandparents chechok chemuche kotokemi tugul ako chekikoba cheket kewekyin kongoi en kebeberwek tugul chemite. Amun kakebwan betutab raini keyaen Bomet Central, kemoche kewech kongoi mising akele kibwote cheket akele ngoru chekikoruyo ak chemi kemokyini chemiach. Ibu kongoi mising, kongoi en kandoik, kongoi governor amun kesich nafasi akinyon akinye konyo ke celebrate echek tugul. Amache amwok meng'ikab Singorwet huyo kijana mwambie akuje hapa. Saidia yeye, saidia huyo amlete hapa. Ko mwale nge celebrate ni Mashujaa Day, komi tungora che celebrate nyageche ora boisionik che kegere milestone. Namache amwa ng'alek aeng en betutab raini. Netai amache amwochi governor ak Mheshimiwa Kilel. Kisome kele en sipitalit nebo Kapkoros sub county hospital amang'u ale kingen echek tugul kele sub county hospital nebo Bomet Central kotesetai tekset nebo Kapkoros okokorok. Kisome kong'ololchi Mheshimiwa Rais sikonyo koyotwech sipitalit noto. So ng'oliondono ko neng'u Mheshimiwa Kilel ak Mheshimiwa Barchok. Kiboiboi mising en facility notet nekikonyo Bomet nebo Bomet Central nekonyo olimbo Chesoen Ward. Ng'oliot age kora kemokyinige MTC en yoto Mheshimiwa Kilel. Kingen kele mi rabinik chekikinde taban chebo MTC kosikonyo kotestai teksono nibu ko kiboiboi mising. Asanteni sana meng'ik chebo Singorwet Ward, kongoi amun kawatachech en yu en betutab raini kiboiboi kemi tugul kotko tuoisiok shereni. Asanteni sana. Kainenyu ko Leonard Arap Rotich, MCA nebo Chesoen Ward, Deputy Speaker nebo Bomet County Assembly. Asanteni sana. Asante JK amun kaitachech kongoi.
Kongoi mising Mheshimiwa. Neletunen allow me also to recognize some of the leaders who are here, to begin with the NAT Executive Secretary, Bomet Branch. Just a word, please.
Thank you so much. You will allow me to adopt the protocol as already established, and probably to recognize the teachers who are here. We've got the principal of Kabungut, who gave us a very nice beginning with the presentation. I would rather remind the governor and the commissioner, together with the area MP, that you don't leave the compound. The students are doing the exams next week. I don't want the principal to start telling the students tomorrow to go for tins or beans and maize. And already we've got the area MP here and the governor. So it is a reminder anyway, a reminder as well as a request, Bwana Governor. Otherwise, I also had a group of teachers who came here to do their presentation. Those teachers who are here, they represented Bomet, Kinapeti. I've got the officials of KNUT as well. That is the BC Bomet Central. Thank you so much, Mr. Willie Kirui. We've got the woman rep, South Rift, Bomet as well as the South Rift region, Madam Petty Langat. Together with the team that presented their item here in a very wonderful way. That team of Teachers Choir represented us at the national body in Meru a month or two ago. I think we got your report, Bwana Governor, and we salute you. Another thing that I would want to bring to your attention as the leadership of the county is that in today's head of state commendation, we've got somebody called Daniel Mutai from Bomet County, who is already in Ithokwe Stadium in Kitui, representing Bomet in that list of head of state of commendation, and he is a teacher at Kapsayalel Primary in Chebalungu. Is that not a hero? And identified with the teaching fraternity. Can you clap for us? Otherwise, on issues to do with the examination, you know we correlate with the security team. Examination will start next week. The two exams, that is KJC and what do you call the other one? KIPSEA. For the rest of us who are not mandated to administer or maybe to manage the exams, give us that ample opportunity. Give the security team and the teachers to do the management of those exams so that we have our children doing the exams very well, because we want the best results in our county. Otherwise, I would want to take this opportunity as an executive secretary. You see, in our standard practice, I'm the assistant executive secretary. In our standard practice, where the secretary is not there, I enjoy all the privileges. So I want to over this. The best wishes from Ganuti Bomet and Ganuti Kenya to all the students who are doing the national examination. Thank you so much. Asante sana Bwana MCA.
Thank you so much. Give him a clap, please. We have former MCAs who are here. Just rise and wave where you are. Mheshimiwa Rudisha, you're there. Thank you. And former MCA Township, thank you very much, Mheshimiwa. I now want to invite our area MP, Mheshimiwa Richard Kilel, aongee na sisi. Karibu sana Mheshimiwa. Asante. Asante sana.
County Commissioner, Your Excellency, Governor, all protocols observed. Nataka kusema asante sana. Langu nilikuwa kuwakaribisha hapa sababu tuko constituency yangu na pia hapa ndio mahali nilisomea nikiwa primary. 1973 ndio nilianza class 1. Tulikuwa na nursery yenye ilikuwa imechengwa pale, ilikuwa imesimama peke yake. So huko ndio mahali nilianza kusoma na huko ndio mahali success yangu ilianzia. So nilisoma hapa mpaka nikamaliza primary class 7 wakati huo, and then baadaye nikaenda Kabungut secondary school nikamaliza huko nikaendelea. So nataka kusema asante sana Commissioner, nataka kukuambia asante vile ulichukua kufanyia sherehe hapa ya Mashujaa. Nafikiri sana pia tunasema sababu nimeenda, Mungu amenisatia mpaka mahali nimefika. Nataka kusema nafikiri hata mimi pia ni shujaa. So nataka kusema asante sana. Hii shule vile tumesikia ilijengwa 1946, nafikiri ilianza 1946. Karibu iko na umri mmoja the same age na age ya Raila. Tunakumbuka wote Raila tulipoteza, ambaye pia alikuwa shujaa ya nchi yetu ya Kenya. Kuna mengi amefanya. So tukisherehekea hapa pia tunasherehekea ile miaka Mungu alipatia Raila na ile kazi ametufanyia akiwa hai. So nataka kusema asante sana. Kuna vitu mingi wametaja na nilikuwa nimeandika kidogo. Kama maneno ya shule, kujenga shule, tumejenga shule mingi sana. Sababu wakati nilikuja mpaka nikapata hiyo kiti ya ubunge, nikasema sitaki primary schools pia waendelee kuteseka vile tulikuwa tunateseka wakati huo. So nimeanza kujenga madarasa. Mpaka saa hii tumejenga madarasa karibu 200. Singine zile mzee tumefanya marekebisho, tumefanya renovation. Hapa pia tumefanya renovation 3 classrooms. Sababu hapa nafikiri wako na madarasa ya kutosha. So wakati tuliongea na administration hapa, wakaniambia ile tunahitaji ni kufanya marekebisho. So tunaendelea kufanya marekebisho sababu ni mingi bado tunaendelea. Hapa pia kuna lab ya Kabungut ambayo ilijengwa mpaka kwa slab. So tumeweka pesa na tutakuja kumaliza hiyo laboratory. Kuna primary schools pia tumetambua, tutakuja tujenga madarasa. Roret P tutajenga 1 classroom. Kaptengo tutajenga tena classroom moja. Kabungut niyo nimesema tutakuja tumaliza laboratory. Aisaik tutajenga dormitory. Aisaik ni moja wa shule zetu ambazo ziko na watoto wengi. Hiyo shule ni day school, wengine wanalala sababu hawana dormitory. So tumeweka pesa 6 million, alafu tutakuja tujenge dining hall ya watoto 100. Kama seka kuna shule pia tunaita kama seka iko hapo Sikorwet, pia tunapatia classroom moja. Kipkepe hiyo barabara tumejenga. Watu walikuwa wanasema hiyo barabara inaenda Kware, lakini nimetengeneza sasa mpaka imekuwa sawa. So ile imebaki sasa ni kutoka Kipkepe kuenda mpaka Kipkoi, na nimeweka pesa acceptable. So goi kivi lege yora tunwek. Tunajaribu sana kutengeneza mabarabara. Saa ile tunatengeneza barabara lazima tuloji. Ndio watu tuwaeleze ile kazi serikali imefanya. Ama namna gani? Hiyo pesa yote tunaona tunatumia ni pesa ya serikali. So tunatumiwa alafu tutengeneze, sababu tunataka mabarabara sawa. Vile watu wa bodaboda walikuwa wanasema tumefanya kazi mzuri. Sababu tunataka pia wafanye kazi bila shida. Ndio maana tunatengeneza barabara mzuri. Mkiona zile barabara tumefungua, tunatengeneza barabara kubwa, tunaweka maram, alafu tunafinya. Kuna zingine sasa pia serikali imetupatia tutaweka lami. Moja ni ile inaendelea Mwarit, kutoka Mwarit mpaka Kibloki. Hiyo barabara itawekwa lami na hiyo imeisha kufanyiwa nini tendering. Kuna hii barabara kutoka Silibwet kwenda Kiptakech ambayo rafiki yangu amekuwa akisema kila siku kwa radio. Hii Silibwet Kiptakech, hiyo imewekwa advertisement. Nafikiri watu watafanya tendering, alafu evaluation ifanywe, tupate contractor mwenye atakuja kuanza. So Johnston labda wale unasema alikuja wakapotea ni wengine, hawakuwa contractors, labda tu ni watu walikuwa wanapita, lakini barabara itatengenezwa vizuri. Tumepewa tena lami kutoka Sasait karibu Kamusa pale, inakuja inapita Kapsimoto ikuje Kapsoyo, ikifika Kapsoyo ikate iende signpost ama junction ya Tenwek. So hiyo ni barabara pia tumepata na tutawekea lami. So kwa hiyo yote tunataka kusema asante sana kwa serikali. Ana tuseme 2 term. Sababu tunataka tena Ruto akuje, mheshimiwa wetu president lazima turudishe ndio tuendelee kupata hizi maendeleo tunaona zinaendelea. Maneno ya stima tumepanga, ni vile tu tunangoja pesa za serikali sikuje. So ikichelewa kufika mjue tu itakuja, lakini pesa tunangoja. So sababu ya muda na hii sababu hii mkutano ilikuwa ya commissioner, nataka kumalizia hapo. Nilikuwa nimesema tutakuja tufanye leveling ya hii ground ya Kabungut, lakini sababu mheshimiwa MCA amesema iko kwa program yao, nafikiri tutatafuta tu another field ambayo tutakuja tutengeneze. So nataka kusema asante sana, na tuwatakie wale watoto watafanya mtihani tunawatakia mema. Wale wa primary hapa, sababu tumesimama hapa, nafikiri nitawanunulia lunch ile siku watakuwa nafanya mtihani. So asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Honorable Kilel. Basi tunataka tumpe makofi 3 ya kilo. Tunaangusha 1, 2, 3. Asanteni sana. Basi tunaelekea kilele ya sherehe yetu za leo. Naomba tuzidi kuwa na utulivu popote tulipo, maana mheshimiwa tayari ashatuahidi lunch. Kwa wakati huu mgeni wa heshima, naomba nichukue nafasi kidogo tu tufanye introduction kidogo ya both county government staff na national government, especially the sub-county staff wenye wako hapa. Na nataka nimkaribishe CEO Devolution awatambulishe county, wafanyikazi wa county kabla hatujamkaribisha governor.
Asante sana DCC, Your Excellency the Governor, the County Commissioner, protocols observed. Yangu tu ni kujulisha staff wa county government na ningeomba wote wasimame tafadhali. Kwa siwezi taja kila mtu. Natambua tu my colleague Chief Officer Lands, Housing and Urban Lands and Housing, Mheshimiwa Aaron mwenye alikuwa mheshimiwa hapa karibu. And staff, asanteni sana, administrators, sub-county administrators, CHPs, and and all the staff, tafadhali kujeni mbele please, ndio muonekane. All county government staff, najua wako wengi pamoja na wale CHPs, village elders, enforcement officers, Karen, and kwa vile wako wengi sana tutaenda in categories alafu waende wakae chini. Tunaanza na administrators. Waeke mkono juu na asante sana na mkae chini. Asanteni sana. Next ni enforcement officers, and asanteni sana na mkae chini. Next ni urban department. Asante malimali, mkae chini. Alafu naona wa disaster, asante sana, mkae chini. Naona wa sports, ndio? Yes. Sports, asante sana, mkae chini. Agriculture department, asanteni sana, mkae chini. And na pia kuna ma-PAs na wengi hapa. Kina Chris, juu mbona mku kuja? You're very popular around here. Kwa majina ni Eric Cheriot, mimi ni afisa mkuu wa ugatuzi na pia hapa Bomet Central ni nyumbani. Naenda kukaa na chia Mheshimiwa Naila. Asante sana.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency the Governor. Asante sana kwa hiyo salamu, asante sana. Your Excellency the Governor, Professor Barchok, County Commissioner Bwana Ratemo, and the national team, national government team, county government team. My name is Honorable Baron Kirui, Chief Officer, Land, Housing and Urban Planning. Na sitakuwa na maneno mengi. Naila atkoga imeju. Mero atinye ngalek chechang, kitakuwa MCA, kunguni kugira ibu kiboitiot nebo serikali, among ng'olole ngalek chechang, kikonon kasit Barchok, ayai kasit nebo mbarenik, korik ak panganetab taonishek. Kongoi mising ako kiyai kasit nekikokonech Jesus the Governor. Thank you so much. I was saying I was the MCA and I used to talk a lot. And I was telling people don't expect a lot today because I'm now a civil servant. But one happiness that I have today, kana ngera ko birwa jisi moita ko leon issue cha. Bye tomorrow gine ko takinga la leon issue cha. Iga chita no rubega gile issue cha. Le issue cha. Koti lote gine gi issue ko issue cha ko na inege na asante sana narudisha kwa
Asante, makofi kwa staff wote wa County Government of Bomet. Asanteni sana. Mgeni wa heshima, kwa wakati huu niruhusu pia niwatambulishe timu yangu ya sub-county ya Bomet Central. Na nikianza kwanza na timu yangu ya ngao, karibuni haraka chap chap. Bomet Central sub-county, mgeni wa heshima, tuko na divisions 2. Locations ziko 9. Karibuni haraka. Let's have the ACCs, move ACCs, then we have the chiefs, and then assistant chiefs. So Bomet Central Sub-County, tuko na divisions mbili, hiyo ni Bomet Central Division na Mkwen Division, tukiwa na locations 9 na sublocations 24. Kama mtahesabu sublocations muone hazijatosha, mgeni wa heshima, bado tuko na machiefs wetu wanaendelea na training ya security huko Embakasi na bado huko katika training. So nikianza na ACCs, nikisema ACCs, just salute and you step back. Thank you. ACCs, thank you. Chiefs, thank you. Assistant chiefs, thank you very much. Makofi kwao. Kwa nafasi hii ingine, ningependa pia kuwatambulisha wale ambao tunasaidiana nao katika mambo ya security ya sub-county ya Central, sub-county security team. Karibuni sana. So sub-county security team, nitawapea nafasi wajitambulishe.
Our governor, our county commissioner, my name is Aricha Gideon, the sub-county AP commander of Bomet Central. Thank you.
Our chief guests, our honorable governor, our protocols observed. My name is Joseph Wanjohi. I work with the DCI Bomet Central. Thank you. Our county commissioner, our governor, and all the other esteemed guests. My name is Isaac Kimwele. I'm the sub-county police commander, Bomet Central. Thank you.
Nami ni Flavia Kumu, DCC, mwenyekiti ya hiyo security team. Bas, makofi kwetu pia. Asanteni sana. Sasa nataka tujitayarishe. Makofi, tumkaribishe Governor Bomet County. Matatu, tuchemshe mkono. Moja. Mbili.
bahati yako ni ya leo, ile ya kesho ndiyo yangu. Bahati yako ni ya leo, ile ya kesho ndiyo yangu. Ewe Kenya inji yangu, ewe Kenya baba yangu, ewe Kenya mama yangu, oh, sitakuacha milele. Mwarifu twakujua, mwarifu twakuona tu. Mwarifu twakujua, mwarifu twakuona tu. Kulani zako twazijua, lengo lako twalijua tu. Kulani zako twazijua, lengo lako twalijua tu. Wataka kunyamba Kenya we, utuharibiewa. Wataka kunyamba Kenya we, utuharibiewa. Harufu yako twaijua, hata ukipanda ndege. Harufu yako twaijua tu, hata ukipanda ndege. Ewe Kenya inji yangu, ewe Kenya baba yangu, ewe Kenya mama yangu, oh, sitakuacha milele. Kenya yangu usijali, ukitukanwa na jirani.
Na Wakenya wote. His relentless struggle for democracy, justice, and the welfare of the Kenyan people will be forever etched in our national memory. We shall salute his legacy and cherish his advocacy for good governance and fight for devolution. Rest in eternal peace, Baba. Ladies and gentlemen, this year's theme, Transforming Lives Through Sustainable Energy Solutions, is challenging us to harness the full potential of our natural resources by embracing renewable and sustainable energy solutions. It calls upon each one of us to adopt cleaner, more efficient energy systems that not only protect our environment but also drive inclusive economic growth. As we honor the heroes of our past, let us also act boldly in the present, becoming heroes for future generations. And this we can do by choosing energy pathways that uplift communities, that will power innovation, and that will secure a sustainable future for all of us.
In Bomet County, we are firmly committed to environmental stewardship, shifting away from extractive practices that deplete our natural resources towards a safe, clean, and sustainable energy solutions. Our transition to renewable energy is not just a policy choice. It is a deliberate and responsible commitment to safeguarding our environment while ensuring affordable and reliable energy for future generations. We have taken concrete steps to embrace renewable energy technologies, actively promoting their adoption across the county. From solar installation to biogas systems and other sustainable innovations, these solutions are steadily being embraced by all of us. They are not only reducing our reliance on grid electricity, but also unlocking new opportunities for households and small enterprises, particularly in rural areas and under-served areas. Through these efforts, we are building a cleaner, more resilient energy future, which will empower communities and protect them, and also ensure protection of our environment, and ensure that we have a thriving, inclusive economic growth. Our energy strategy, drawn from Bomet County Integrated Development Plan, envisions a county where every citizen has access to reliable electricity, where renewable energy is the norm rather than the exception, where young people have entrepreneurial opportunities in the energy sector and where our energy choices reflect our values of sustainability and stewardship. We have expanded our street lighting infrastructure across urban centers by installing and maintaining floodlights in key towns and trading centers to boost security for our businesses and the community. We installed 24 additional floodlights in our municipalities while carefully maintaining the existing system to ensure continuous services. On this note, we commit to accelerate rural electrification efforts, ensuring that no community is left behind. We continue to invest in renewable energy uptake through capacity building and technical training. Therefore, I call for concerted efforts from all the stakeholders. That includes the county government, the county assembly, the development partners, and the citizens to work with us to embrace clean energy initiatives within our county. Through our Department of Trade, Energy, Tourism, Investment, and Industry, we are providing clear strategic direction by overseeing the development and implementation of our county energy policy. This policy framework ensures that every initiative we undertake is aligned with our broader development goals and with the national energy agenda. Even as we take stock of the gains made in the energy sector, allow me also to highlight a few achievements we have made as county government in our efforts to ensure that we serve the people of Bomet better. In line with the national government plan to drive economic recovery and improve livelihoods through housing and settlement, we have worked closely with the State Department of Housing, the Kenya Urban Support Program, development partners, and most importantly, the people of Bomet County to complete the first phase of 222 housing units in Bomet Town, already delivered to deserving, which are in the process of being delivered to deserving families. This project has not only provided provided a dream of home ownership, but will also has created employment to Kenyans and thus boosting our local economy. My administration has also officially handed over the site for construction of another 561 affordable housing units in Chembagel Center in Sotik Town. This handover marks Sotik as the second major beneficiary of our county's partnership with the national government on affordable housing initiative. The establishment of Bomet and Sotik municipalities heralds a new beginning, a sweet project to improve our revenue collection, plan development, and provide services that meet local needs. I thank the management of these municipalities for swift actions exhibited in the recent times in restoring sanity in our towns. In health, our health is our wealth, and so we continue to improve our healthcare systems by equipping our health centers. The Dr. Choice Laboso Mother and Child Wellness Center, which is our flagship project, is now complete and is being equipped. The installation of specialized medical equipment in this 250-bed capacity facility, of course, as I have mentioned, is underway. This facility will decongest the Longisa County Referral Hospital. In advanced medical technology, we have commissioned a modern AI-enabled X-ray machine at Cheptatal Sub-County Hospital in Kandawin Sub-County. This machine utilizes advanced computer-aided detection software, which interprets images with greater precision, allowing our doctors to diagnose faster and start treatment sooner. Crucially, the machine's portability is allowing us to take screening services to our remote areas, especially for tuberculosis. By partnering with PEPFAR, we are ensuring that sophisticated medical care is accessible to everyone, regardless of where you live in Bomet. No longer should you have to travel far to get a definitive diagnosis. In our commitment to improve access to health care, we have recruited a new radiologist and a surgeon for basic specialized procedures. Just recently, the Senate Committee on Public Investment and Specialized Funds already gave Longisa County Referral Hospital a clean bill of health, affirming the effectiveness of our reforms, which includes the successful implementation of cashless revenue collection system. Ladies and gentlemen, we prioritize the development of our road networks and infrastructure that link our communities and facilitates the movement of agricultural produce to markets for higher productivity, reducing post-harvest losses, and also improving on incomes for our farming communities. In Silipwe Township in Bomet Central, for instance, we have finalized compaction works on the Denwek International Access Road, a critical artery connecting our communities to essential schools and health facilities. Simultaneously, the Injerian Kiswahili Bridge Road and the Kecheyat Primary Junction Kabungut Road have been fully maintained and open for use. These projects are crucial steps in boosting the mobility of our people and lowering the cost of doing business. The State Department for Infrastructure has allocated 102 million Kenya shillings for the construction of Bomet town roads in the financial year 2025-2026 to enhance the economic vibrancy of Bomet town. Additionally, we are working with the Northern Corridor Transport Improvement Project, the Kenya Transport Sector Support Program, and the National Urban Transport Improvement Project to aggregate approximately 4 kilometers of road construction within the period. Education is key to success. We recognize the importance of formative learning by prioritizing early childhood development and education as a critical foundation for our young learners. In this regard, we have completed construction of new ECD classrooms and sanitation facilities in numerous wards, ensuring that every child, regardless of where they are born, has access to quality foundation learning. This includes even the supply of milk that you have somebody has mentioned. In this digital era, Bomet County has committed significant resources to bridging the digital divide through strategic investment in information and communication technology infrastructure. We have completed the supply and delivery of ICT equipment and the installation of network infrastructure at key strategic locations across the county. This includes the installation of structured local area network cabling in Kembu Ward, Shongiroi Ward, and Sotik Sub-County, specifically at Ndanai Sub-County Hospital, where connectivity directly enhances health services delivery, and most significantly, the Longisa Youth Empowerment Center that has been equipped with the modern ICT facilities and reliable internet connectivity. This facility is not merely a computer lab. It is a gateway to opportunities for our youth. Here, young people can access online learning platforms, develop coding and digital design skills, access information for entrepreneurship, and connect to global networks of innovation and opportunities. In the quest for the digital superhighway and creative economy, we have created digital entrepreneurship to our young people by equipping them with the tools and connectivity required to compete in the global digital economy. My dear residents of Bomet County, we must recognize the fact that environmental conservation is a prerequisite for sustainable development. my administration has stepped up efforts to restore the vital Chebalungu forests, one of our county's most important biodiversity hotspots. This is not a peripheral activity or a voluntary nice-to-have initiative. It is central to our survival and prosperity. The Chebalungu forest is a source of water for downstream communities. It regulates our climate, reduces the impact of extreme weather events, and provides habitat for wildlife and plant species that maintain ecological balance. The degradation of our forests accelerates climate change, threatens water security, and undermines the agricultural productivity that sustains our people. Through the collective action of the communities, government agencies, and conservation partners, we are reversing our forest degradation. Every tree restored is an investment in water security, climate resilience, and environmental health. This is heroism in action, the willingness to make short-term sacrifices for long-term ecological survival. Pongezi kwa wenyeji wa Bomet. Agriculture is the backbone of our economy, especially tea and dairy farming. We celebrate our hard-working tea farmers despite the low returns. I will personally fight for your justice. Hiyo ni kwa wakulima wetu wa chai. Tutasimama na nyinyi to ensure that we have value for our investment. Please let us remain patient as we seek solutions to the challenges bedeviling the sector in our region. I will work closely with all the stakeholders to implement tea reforms for better pricing and bonuses. We will also work in partnership with KDDA to explore value addition opportunities in our region. By supporting smallholder farmers in processing and packaging initiatives, which can help our farmers capture more value from their crop rather than selling raw leaf alone. We will conduct farmer trainings and microfinance support to registered cooperatives. My administration will actively pursue the direct sales market and development relationship with international buyers, offering better prices and support farmers in meeting global quality standards that command premium rates. My administration is committed to institutional excellence. We are continuously implementing effective revenue collection systems to strengthen financial management systems, improve revenue collection strategies, and ensure that every penny of public money is accounted for and deployed towards the benefit of the people of the county of Bomet. Heroism is not confined to history. It lives in the daily choices each of us makes to work with excellence, to serve with integrity, to contribute to collective progress rather than extract personal advantage. As we gather here today, I call upon all of us to recognize the hero within ourselves and within our neighborhoods. Let us celebrate those whose heroism is often invisible, not captured in photographs or recorded in history books, but evident in the fabric of functioning society. Finally, I call upon every one of us to participate in our civic duty to be stewards of our environment, for this is what it means to be a contemporary hero. The energy that will power Bomet's transformation is the collective will, commitment, and cooperation of all of us working towards a shared prosperity. Let us harness this energy and channel it to concrete development. Let us ensure that every resident of Bomet County, from the mountains to the valleys, from the towns to the remotest villages, experiences the benefits of our collective progress. In the spirit of Mashujaa, let us strive for a future of greater opportunities, security, and dignity for all of us. Thank you and happy Mashujaa Day. So nitaongezea tu kidogo our county commissioner niko na shukrani mingi tukiwa hili eneo letu la Kabungut, na vile wenyeji wameongea, this is the first time we are hosting a national celebration in Kabungut. Yo umubai bagut kota celebration ini, and this is an exercise, Bwana County Commissioner, ambayo tumeamua kama county tukishirikiana na ofisi yako ya kwamba every time that we have a national celebration lazima tuingie mpaka kule mashinani, tukutane na wananchi na tusherekee pamoja, na nipongezi kwa ofisi yako. Secondly, kwa wenyeji wa Kabungut, nimesikia mambo ya dispensary na nimeelezewa na area MCA ya kwamba tumepata 3 points ya kununua. Imana na maiman miten mbareti ole mi mbareti so gelibangi to nyogi nam bas kono ma sauti na niton nerube ni mambo ya hii uwanja, na area MCA amewaelezea vizuri, na pia area member of parliament Mheshimiwa Kilel pia ameelezea yake. So tutaongea na yeye tuone kama ataweka hiyo pesa ama niweke kama county, si ndio? But what we need ni uwanja itengenezwe vizuri, ama namna gani? Ya tatu ni kwa wakulima wetu wa majani chai. Juzi tumekuwa na mkutano kule Mokogoshek na tulipata nafasi ya kuongea na wakulima. Siku hiyo ilikuwa siku ya wakulima. Sisi kama viongozi hatukuongea sana, na tumesikia maneno yenu na ile kilio ambayo tuko nayo hasa kwa mambo ya majani chai. And I want to give you a commitment kama governor wa Bomet. Nimesimama na nyinyi kama wakulima wa chai. You remember wakati ya ile changes ya ile sheria yetu ambayo inahusiana na mambo ya majani chai. Nilienda kotini nika challenge ile section ambayo ilikuwa inahitaji kila moja wetu, factories wetu wapeleke majani chai mpaka kule auction ya Mombasa. Nikasimama na wakulima wa majani chai, sio tu Bomet lakini Kenya mzima. Nikasema ya kwamba kila factory iruhusiwe kama atapata mnunuzi, a willing buyer ya majani chai yetu, wafanya ile inaitwa direct sale. Na niko na furaha nikisimama leo kwa sababu tumeweza kurekebisha hiyo sehemu section ya sheria, and we are now allowed to make what we call direct sales. Kimye it anaachicha. Kimye it. Lakini bado tuko na challenge. Kuna majani chai kwa storehouses kule Mombasa that we need to sit down with all the stakeholders, with the support of the national government, tuone ya kwamba tutafanya nini hiyo chai itoke kwa warehouses kule Mombasa, either the national government supporting our farmers kununua na disposing, na pesa ikuje kwa wakulima, because what we need kama wakulima si ni pesa. Mambo ya marketing pia nitashirikiana with all the stakeholders kutafuta markets kama ile nitafuta kule Iran. Anyway, as we are speaking, last year alone tuliuza 13 million kilograms of tea to Iran. So mtu asiseme ati hakuna market iko. Maunani? Lazima geger kele kanyor chaik yok beit ne kararane akonyor ele mongin. Matkeng'alek kele mamiten indonyo nebo chaik miten, lakini lazima kemanden ak kechengchi temikyok. Anane? So kinamege ak kit tugul netindoi maket nemie akobo temikyok. Finally, nimesikia mambo ya maji pia. And last week niliweza kuinstall a new board of directors kwa Bomwasco. Hiyo kampuni imekuwa na matatizo mingi, and the first assignment ambayo nimewapea is to restructure that water company. There is a lot of messes within that company. They are not collecting revenue. Hawajapata mshahara for almost 1 year and several months. Lazima tusimame na nyinyi pia tuwasaidie hawa directors so that they can succeed. Otherwise, we are committed to restructure that company, iweze ku collect revenue, ilipe mshahara, na pia wa extend connections, kila mmoja wetu apate maji. Kama hii shule wamesema hawana maji, so we want every school iwe na maji, every community. Hata ingawa pengine hatutafikia every household, but at least lazima tupate maji karibu na sisi. And that is the only way we can ensure by restructuring our Bomwasco ambayo imekuwa na mambo mengi na matatizo mengi. Ile Itare, we are also working with the national government through ile agency yetu ambayo station in Kisumu. We are handing over that scheme because we are sharing with Kericho and Bomet, so that our role kama counties ni kununua pile water na kuhusia wananchi. In terms of solarization inaendelea, especially the local schemes that we have. We will solarize so that we can reduce the cost of pumping water. Otherwise, kongwe missing big up Kabungut, kongwe amun to again nagota jeche. To nyono konyoke ngalal kabetunira, kokoba rais, kongalal wage, akomua wage, ngalek chebo maendeleo, chetinye ak Bomet ak Kenya kwa jumla. So kitindoi ngoliot nekisomon wage ne siret nebo president nenyon His Excellency Samoei Arap Ruto. Ako chito nekonech ko county commissioner nenyon. Ochobotin ketaji? Amacha ngechobe usikobit ketach county commissioner akuja tuongeleshe na mashule. Mi lagochu kang'ololen ireyu akakutienwechi komi sota nenywan ak timisiek chon kabo chepyosok ak boisiek. So ekituoen ireyu ko Oger Desmond ak maybe our director in charge of administration alafu awashughulikie. Otherwise kongwe ongechapa nyeut kemosin ketach county commissioner agenge. Aeng. Somok. Karibu bana county commissioner. Thank you. Can I have a seat? Mheshimiwa Governor, other elected leaders wakiongozwa na our MP, my colleagues from national and the county government, na wananchi amjambo. Amjambo. Jamgetul. God is good and all the time. Hebu salimia jirani yako mwambie happy Mashujaa Day. Happy Mashujaa Day. Na washukuru na tunashukuru Mwenyezi Mungu kwa siku ya leo. Na Mheshimiwa Governor, thanks for the speech. Tumeisikia. Na sasa ni wakati wa kusikia the president speech. Hebu tuwe na mkutano moja please. Hebu mnikubalie nisome speech ya president, alafu turudi hapa kwetu tuongee machache alafu tuende nyumbani. National address by His Excellency William Samoei Ruto, President and the Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defence Forces, during the Mashujaa Day celebrations at the Ithukwe Stadium, Kitui County on 20th October 2025. Distinguished guests, fellow citizens, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we gather as a nation, as one people, here at the Ithukwe Stadium in Kitui to celebrate Mashujaa Day, our National Heroes Day. Mashujaa Day is an occasion for remembrance, for celebration, for reflection, and renewal. As you all know, yesterday we bid farewell to one of our country's most consequential and impactful sons, a towering statesman, a resolute patriot, and a quintessential hero, the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, our former Prime Minister. This is the man, the legend, the Pan-Africanist to whom we dedicate this Mashujaa Day. It is for this reason, fellow citizens, in his memory, that I invite us all to now stand and observe a moment of silence in honor and celebration of his remarkable life and service to our great country, our continent, and to humanity. Tusimame please for 1 minute silence. Thank you, Tukai. Sons and daughters of our motherland Kenya, Raila Amolo Odinga aspired and labored for a Kenya that is free, fair, governed by the rule of law, and filled with limitless opportunity for all. Baba envisioned and fought for a nation where, in the immortal words of our national anthem, just is everyone's shield and a defender, where we all dwell in unity, peace, and liberty, and a Kenya that has plenty within its borders. It goes without saying that it's priceless because of great and irrepressible giants like Raila that we find within ourselves the courage and inspiration to go further, to dream bigger, and to pursue higher ideas. For greatness and nobility are never achieved by settling for the ordinary or the comfortable. They are seized by those who dare to push the frontiers of possibility, by those who refuse to be confined by what is, but instead reach bodily for what could be. It is in that restless, relentless pursuit of higher ideal, in that unyielding spirit of aspiration, that humanity advances and the nations rise. For it is only by stretching beyond our limits that we discover our true strength and fulfill our full destiny. Fellow citizens, as we emerge from a week of profound sorrow and reflection, and as the nation continues to observe the 7 days of mourning on the passing of our former Prime Minister, it is both fitting and the word that we anchor this year Mashujaa Day celebrations in the extraordinary and the consequential life of our departed legend, that the Right Honorable Odinga. In honoring his memory, we also draw from his journey, enjoying lessons of courage, service, and unyielding love for country. The first lesson that the Baba taught us is to put country above self. Time and again, he reminded us that no disagreement is greater than our unity. No ambition more important than our peace, and no personal interest higher than the welfare of our nation. He famously declared that he could shake the hands of his rivals, whether he won or whether he lost, because he loved Kenya more than he loved Raila Amolo Odinga. That was the measure of great man. Earlier this year, when I invited him to address our cabinet district, Papa reiterated the need to ensure above all else that Kenya remains a stable and a secure nation. He reminded us that we may hold
lofty visions and great ambitions, that we may dream big, daring dreams, but without a country and a stable political environment, they could remain mere wishes. Perhaps most significantly, he told us that an imperfect nation striving for perfection is far better than one that is consumed by chaos and anarchy. And they could readily point to counties in our region that were once stable but later descended into turmoil and disorder. And decades on, they are yet to regain stability. There are people still enduring untold suffering and losses. This is the critical lesson that those who criticized and faulted Baba for working with me to stabilize the nation forget, or refuse to acknowledge, or they just simply don't care. When some saw the opportunity to bring down their competitors, even if it meant bringing down the country, Baba chose to stability of Kenya. For Wambo, the specter of a failed state was too grave to contemplate. He understood that leadership is not about personal pride, but about preserving the republic, not about victory in politics, but about preserving the stability of Kenya. Second, fellow citizens, Baba's love for Kenya was deep, steadfast, and unconditional. He once told us that if he were to die and God asked where he could wish to be born again, he could say without hesitation, "Take me back to Kenya." And the tree was buried in Kenya. Such was the depth of his devotion to our beloved nation. He knew that Kenya, like all nations, was not perfect. That nation building was work in progress that is only renewed with every generation. He understood that we are an imperfect people, always striving towards a more perfect union. Yet, even in our flaws, he saw magic and beauty. In our struggles, he discerned promise, and in our contradictions, he could pick out hope and unity. To Raila, there was no place on earth more worth of devotion, no people more deserving of faith, and no dream more noble than the Kenya dream. That Baba's life was an example of always closing ranks for common good. When our nation faced turbulences last year, for example, and I reached out across the political divide, Baba was the first to come to the table to help steady the ship of state, leading to the formation of the blood-based government that has since stabilized the economy and the nation. That is what heroes do. When the stakes are high, they rise above partisanship and put the country first. Even during the last election campaigns, when faith placed us once again as opposite sides of political divide, Baba spoke words that will echo through generations. He said, "I have been to the mountain top. I have seen the glory land. I may not get there with you, but together we get there." In those words lay the essence of his leadership, selfless, visionary, and anchored in faith that Kenya's destiny transcends any one individual. He reminded us that collaboration, even with rivals, is not an act of political convenience, but a sacred backed with posterity. For Papa, it was never about him becoming president. It was about Kenya having a good president and Kenya moving from third world status to first world in as short a time as possible, so that we as people and the nation can realize our true potential. The goal land that he saw the mountain top is better, greater, and a more perfect union to which we must now, on this Mashujaa Day, dedicate ourselves anew. Fourth, our former Prime Minister was a foremost preacher of national unity. He tirelessly reminded leaders and the citizens alike that our overarching identity is not defined by tribe, region, or a creed, but by sacred bonds of being Kenyans. Sacred bond of being Kenyans. He often urged us to think Kenya first, to let idea of one nation under one flag rise above all else, and he lived by that creed. When in 2002 he stood before the nation and declared Kibaki Tosha, it was not because he was unaware of where President Kibaki came from. It was because he saw beyond geographical and ethnicity. He saw Kenya as one united nation under God. Fellow countrymen and women, it could be therefore be a discretion of his legacy if we were to allow ourselves to be divided by sectarian interests, by the peddlers of hate, or by the see nothing good about Kenya battalion. The fifth lesson from Baba's life is one of unshakable faith in the future. He was died in the world, eternal optimist, through every trial, setback, and triumph. The right Honorable Raila Odinga believed that Kenya's best day was still ahead. He endured prison, persecution, political defeat, yet never surrendered to bitterness or gave in to hopelessness. His optimism wasn't anchored on naivety. It was courage in motion. His life was a constant reminder that no setback is final, no dream to distance, and no obstacle unsurmountable for a people determined and united by purpose. At this juncture, fellow patriots, allow me to share reflections on the future of our great country, drawn from my intimate and wide-ranging conversation with the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga in the final moments of his remarkable journey, as well as with leaders from across the political divide. In our engagement, Baba often spoke with immense passion and at times frustration about the pace of our national progress. He could often wonder why nations like South Korea, Singapore, and Malaysia, which were once at par with Kenya just a few decades ago, had leapt forward to first world status while we still grapple with basics. In those moments of honesty and deep introspection, we came to a shared conclusion that the true driver of national development is leadership. Not leadership focused on the next election, but leadership that aspires to impact the next generation, leadership that dares to dream beyond its time and even its capacity, leadership that is bold, visionary, and relentless in pursuit of the common good. And we agree that if Kenya is to attain first world status within our lifetime, as it must, we should set for ourselves daring and audacious goals and pursue them with unwavering focus. It is very conviction that has guided my engagement with leaders, stakeholders from across the political divide. I have consulted my former boss, the fourth President of the Republic, His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta. I have had discussions with the majority of members of the parliament, governors, and grassroots leaders from every corner of our nation. And I will continue to engage because Kenya's progress must never be a partisan pursuit. It is a national inclusive mission. Through these deliberations, I have arrived at a clear conclusion that although we have made commendable progress in stabilizing the nation over the last 3 years, the time has come to take the country to the next level. And to do so, we must act decisively on at least 4 national priorities. Our first priority is food security. We cannot speak of prosperity while spending over 5 billion every year importing food including maize, wheat, rice, sugar, and edible oils. This is not just an economic burden, it is a threat to our sovereignty. The only viable path towards this goal, fellow citizens, is through the expansion of irrigation and the modernization of our agriculture. Rain-fed farming can no longer sustain our growing population or our aspirations. That's why we have now set an ambitious target to build at least 50 megadams across Kenya to bring at least 2 million acres under irrigation. Let me emphasize that this is not a far-fetched dream. It is a necessity that must be realized within the next decade. We must become not only a food secure nation, but also a major exporter of farm produce in the coming years. Our second priority is emphasized. Our second priority is enhanced value addition, agro-processing, and manufacturing through industrialization. To transform Kenya into a prosperous, job-creating, wealthy nation, we must become a country that makes things, not merely buys or imports them. A country that exports finished goods, not raw materials. A country where industries observe labor, spur innovation, and expand wealth across every region. We are already laying the foundation for this transformation through the African Growth and Industrial Initiative, HACHIL, and in partnership with the African Export-Import Bank. We are establishing special economic zones in Vipingo, Lungokundu, Naivasha, and other regions. These zones would host textile, agro-processing, assembly, and light manufacturing industries, creating tens of thousands of jobs. At the county level, we are rolling out county aggregation and industrial parks, CAIPs, in all 47 counties. These parks will link farmers to processors, entrepreneurs to markets, and small enterprises to national and regional value chains. We are unwavering in our vision that everything Kenya produces must be processed in Kenya. Tea must leave Kenya not as a raw leaves, but as packaged excellence. Coffee not as cherries, but as premium blends. Cotton not as lint, but as fabric and fashion. Hides not as raw skin, but as leather, shoes, and bags, branded made in Kenya. But we cannot industrialize without reliable, affordable, and sustainable energy. That's why we have set our sights on expanding Kenya's energy generation capacity from current 2,300 megawatts to at least 10,000 megawatts within the next decade. Naomba tunyamaze tusikie. I'm about to finish. As a farmer, as a former Minister for Energy, Raila Odinga was a strong advocate for the rapid expansion of our energy capacity through multiple sources, including geothermal, solar, wind, and also nuclear. With abundant energy, we shall power factories, light every home, and drive Kenya to become the industrial hub of West Africa and the continent. Our third critical area of focus is infrastructure development. Again, Papa, who also as Minister for Roads, Public Works and Housing, under the late President Kibaki, often reminded me that no economy can flourish without world-class infrastructure. It is in this context that we have committed to do at least 1,000 kilometers of major highways, including the Riron, Nakuru, Mosamit, Eldoret, Malaba, Makutano, Embu Meru, Kitengera, Namanga, Mombasa, Nairobi, and Marua, Nanyuki, Isiolo. Roads, among others. Construct an additional 10,000 kilometers of new tarmac roads linking farmers, traders, and the manufacturers to markets across the nation, and to complete the standard gauge railway from Naivasha to Kisumu onwards to Malaba, seamlessly connecting Kenya to Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, and DRC. The very hearts of the African continental free trade area dream. Fellow citizens, to some, these projects may seem too ambitious, perhaps even out of reach. But this is precisely where bold, visionary, and heroic leadership comes into play, the kind that Raila Odinga embodied. It is the reason that on this Mashujaa Day, in recognition of his extraordinary contributions and enduring legacy, the government and the people of Kenya inscribe Raila Odinga's name among the foremost of our heroes under the public seal of the Republic. On behalf of our grateful nation, and through the authority vested in me as president, I have today posthumously conferred upon the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga the highest honor of the Republic, the Chief of Order of Golden Heart of Kenya, CGH. Fellow citizens, I recall that when I spoke during Raila Amolo Odinga state funeral, I wondered where another like Raila come from. The truth is that there will forever be only one Raila Amolo Odinga, a singular spirit, a towering patriot, a hero for the ages. But if we, the people, is so deeply loved and served just to live by the lessons he taught us, to love Kenya more than we love ourselves, to put unity above divisions, to aspire for greater, and to serve with courage and conviction, then we can become a great nation of 50 million heroes. And in doing so, Kenya will rise to heights once thought unimaginable within our generations. That for us patriots is noble challenge on this Mashujaa Day. Happy Mashujaa Day. God bless you. God bless the Republic of Kenya. I thank you all.